Despite being separated by just 270 miles, Tampa and Miami have only faced off 11 times. The Bucs seek win number 6 in their last 7 meetings. It's a Week 5 battle for state bragging rights. Next.
Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Miami Dolphins and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Now Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about it being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
It's complete to Fuller. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Tua. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
Time to see what this Tampa Bay Bucs offense has in store. They're led by the now 7-time Super Bowl champion, the MVP of Super Bowl 55, Charles, it's Tom Brady.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10
at their 35-yard line. Now Brady. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away. Comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. To throw is Brady. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And out across midfield down to the 45. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam. But notice how he keeps his head on a swivel looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man.
Javon Holland coming up to make the stop.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Brady.
And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal.
Now Jones. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that makes the score 7-0. That time a 6-play drive. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line.
So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. And the last their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Play action. Now it's Tua.
He'll get this off to Gurley.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were strong last week, CD, and that win over New England.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks. and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Back onto the field now comes the wideout Antonio Brown. Well, September sure treated him kindly. Now we flip over to October. Any reason to think that those numbers drop, or can he keep the pace up?
Well, he can keep the pace up, but it's going to get a lot more difficult now. To me, it's a lot like baseball. All right, when guys, when they first hit the league, whether it's a pitcher or a hitter, and they go through the league the first time and they're hot, they're going, wow, what a phenom. Then they get tape on them, they get scouting reports, they start to do different things. Let's see if he's going to adapt and expand his game in order to keep up that type of production.
That's a good call because he's a known entity. See how they defend him going forward. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Brady going to throw. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 36 yards on the play.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the first quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked. And there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Fournette running right. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts...
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defense was victimized earlier in this opening quarter. This time, a measure of revenge.
Well, they always tell defenses you have to have a short memory. But I also think it helps if you remember what happens to you before, and now you're able to flip it around. They didn't want to show weakness and let this offense think they could do whatever they want. And they turned things around in that case and picked one off themselves.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From the pistol, it's Gurley. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on the other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. Brown with his stick skills. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down. On play action, now Brady. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brady, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Succop's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. On second down, it's Gurley again. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with the throw to the safety valve, and it's 4th down. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And that will come the offense as they take over. And here we go again with Tom Brady in Tampa's offense. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, like I said, he's looked pretty good to this point. And here's a throw caught by Gronkowski. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
And there's a familiar sight. Rob Gronkowski making a catch for a first down. And remember, Gronk said he was done in 2019, was out of football after retiring from the Patriots. Brady asked if he'd run it back with him in Tampa, and he answered the call. Gronk earned his 4th ring with the win in Super Bowl 55, a game in which he scored 2 touchdowns.
That throw by Brady incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. First catch there for Evans, good enough for a first down.
And Mike Evans has been the model of consistency and excellence. 7 years in the league. He's been a 1,000-yard receiver 7 times, the first guy in league history to do that. And he makes another catch there for a first down.
Brady now on first down. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Brady again. Getting it out wide here to Bernard. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Brady's throw complete there to Evans. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 20-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Man open left side is Brown. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And that's a good catch there for a 1st down by Antonio Brown. And in his career, at one point, he had 6 straight seasons over 100 catches. Not putting up those types of numbers now, but continues to be a favorite of Tom Brady, who recruited him originally to New England and most recently to Tampa.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Fournette. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
The Miami defense trying to keep him out. They haven't let him in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal? Now Brady looking for Brown, and he's got it in the end zone. And touchdown, Tampa Bay. Antonio Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And our attention shifts to Todd Gurley. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Still time for him here as we sit in the 2nd quarter. Levante David in on the tackle.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Tua sets up to pass it. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now let's discuss Antonio Brown as he heads back out there now. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate him.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. The Bucs on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Shotgun now for Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And the Dolphins have got it. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
He'll get that one to Carter, complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I think they tried to fool him on that one. You know, being able to throw the ball to the fullback position. No one was fooled on that play.
No, lost yardage. You think they should yank that one from the playbook, at least for the time being?
I think what you do is you take it out and you evaluate it next week in practice.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you across state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Shaquille Barrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Michael Pilardi now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Buccaneers offense ready to rock and roll again. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. To throw on 2nd and 10. Brady. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. It's such a costly interception. Nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive, because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score. Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. 2 and now, 3rd and goal. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Sanders' kick is good, and they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Again, we see Tom Brady and the Bucs set to take over.
And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Here's Brady to throw. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Brady. This is caught. It's Brown. And all the way down to the 27.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And Suckup will put this one right through, and that'll push the lead up to 17.
Nice kick there as they're able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Fielded right around the 8.
Let's go.
So we've hit halftime, and now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Brady. And a catch right side by Evans. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
from midfield. Here's Brady. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
And that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
A throw there by Brady, intended for Gronkowski, but incomplete. Gronkowski, the intended target. And it's
up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Brady going to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll go for it. It's Brady. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. Touchdown! Chris Godwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. They took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down, but hey, not only did they get the 1st down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a 1st down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Fuller. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Here's Tua. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Will Fuller was was the intended target, but it'll be second down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Now this throw caught left side. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
On first down, Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete.
He was looking for Jalen Waddle there,
but it's going to be second down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
They faked the handoff. Now Tua.
That's complete to his running back, Carter.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Tua going to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. A flag down. Let's see if this will stand. So take away the touchdown. It's kind of been one of those games for these guys.
I think it's safe to say that that type of a play just added to their misery, right?
The kick by Sanders is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Brady now on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Evans once again the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Brady now to throw. His throw incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, it's Brady. And that will be incomplete as well. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
Miami set to take over.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, That is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
We saw this jumping jack make steady improvement his first 3 years in Miami, and he topped it off with 53 catches last year, career high. Now in his 4th season, I expect his numbers to continue to rise.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And incomplete on the deep ball. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. From the gun, it's Tua. Well, the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Devin White, he brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left. Roll him out, bootleg it, do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula's not working right now.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his first touchdown on the year. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
On first down, Brady. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On play action, now Brady. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot. Try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. Bulldozes past him.
58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground. And here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did, but poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
And the next-gen stat shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be in the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Tua finding Gesicki there for a Dolphin first.
5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Shaheen, the tight end, on the right side. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Got a man. It's the rookie Jalen Waddle.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field.
And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. Tackle made there by Eric Rowe. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now Brady. This is caught by Evans.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
21 yards there on third down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On first down, Jones. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
74 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him.
And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, this has been a bit of a tough game to figure out when it comes to him throwing the football. He's got the 3 touchdown passes, but now, Charles, this is a third interception.
And those aren't really numbers that you'd like to see balance out. In a normal ledger sheet, if you can balance everything, you feel good about your day. But as a quarterback, you need your ratio to be more...
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Tampa Bay, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1.